Load up our 100% party. The first thing to note about the 100% party is that we have very low hit points. We are not all mages, we are all fire mages, but I didn't max out our hit points. And that's actually to manipulate the first area and make it a little bit easy. I'm only 3 hit points down, which it's kind of rough. My characters can be one-shot, which is not at first level, but that isn't really that significant of a thing. The time saved from being weaker is better here. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Once again, have to go through the introduction. So in 100%, we get so much experience. It's very useful to go ahead and make our characters fighter mages, because that will allow us to cast spells and wear armor and wield all weapons. It's one of the things that does make us stronger, but yes, the graveyard we actually do really early, because the longer you wait, the more powerful the enemies are. And with the... whoops. And off to not a good start here. Okay. When I first did it, and this again is, I'm borrowing most of the strats from Rich B, the new world record holder, who decided to devote himself to Pool of Radiance, and he came up with a lot of strats, and he figured out a lot of things like that it's actually better to do the graveyard early. Okay. Oh, we've surprised a party of orcs. That's a good start. Now notice that there's only 4 enemies here. This is because of the fact that we have such low hit points. If I had 1 higher armor class on any of my characters, or 1 higher hit points on any of my characters, I would actually be fighting 6 orcs instead of 4. But since I have to fight over 20 battles in order to clear the slums, having this here is a little bit just more consistent. We don't need the experience, of course, from these little battles. We get experience from treasure. It is 15 and all of the set battles. However, one of the other things that Rich B discovered is that you can force extra encounters by sleeping. And if you do that, you can skip some of the set encounters in order to clear the slums. So it's actually a clever little thing. So I'm only going to be fighting 2 of the set encounters that are really quick and easy. And all the rest of the time I'm just going to be sleeping. Okay, yeah, whatever. That's fine, actually. That doesn't really matter. I just ought to sell that, really. Okay. So now I'm going to sleep for days here in order to prompt some things. This is actually a waste, but I already started it, so oh well. Let's see, I need to rest again. To cast the spells. I am yes. You can, but it's good for experience, not good for the speedrun, though. It's surprising how little we are often actually... I actually need to remember to put that on him, too. It's surprising how little we're surprised at night, considering that we are sleeping. Sometimes we will surprise the enemy, even, which is really hilarious. I need to fix my splits, though. They're still actually bad. Because I've changed up my route a little bit based on... okay, I'll just use it coming now until we need to rest again. I tried a couple of things, but turned out not to work, so... I went and turned in the slums after clearing them, but that's actually not necessary. We surprised a party of orcs, even though we were sleeping. But I figured out, I actually figured out that one of the few things I've contributed to the current route is that I figured out that having less hit points makes these easier accidentally while doing these grinds by equipping bows, which actually lowered my Thaco and made me consider more difficult, so suddenly I was fighting much tougher groups, and then when I was taking damage, suddenly I was fighting less, and I realized that that was also a part of determining the difficulty. But once you have done 21 encounters, you can't get any more encounters here. Period. And so that, even though we haven't cleared out, we can actually still go and fight the set locations if we really want to, but we don't because slow. But the council clerk will consider the slums cleared once we have hit those 20 encounters. Just quick combat through for now. Yeah, having bad luck. It's very much a crapshoot in the game, of course, as with all the RNG for hitting enemy. Ouch, could be bad. If you get lucky and get a lot of hits, things can go fast. If you're unlucky, it's actually faster to use the sleep spells. Kind of a toss-up. I really like to use the sleep spells, but the time spent trying to rememorize them and cancel the combat and then restart it does stack up. A lot of these enemies, if we get lucky, we take care of them quickly, but, you know, that luck factor. There we go. Okay, and that's it. With that, the slums are cleared out. Now it's time to head to the end. We kill him to take his wagon. Pay the gold. Enter the castle. This is what I consider the split now. We're nice. Leave so we don't kill him. Now I run down here a ways to pick up a magic sword. I pick up 3+2 weapons at the beginning of the game, and there's another group of powerful magic items and experience that I skipped getting here. But this is the most important one because this gives us access to the, oh, there we go. Finally getting, I've been very lucky today with, yes, actually I want to get all that. With putting them to sleep. Usually I'm actually unlucky, which has affected my strats a bit. Okay, now the last difficult fight. Yeah, I want to save the game first. Alright, good, good, good. Okay, so... I'm actually going to be keeping this wand for a bit instead of selling it. It has several uses in the game. Whoops. Good thing the smith ignores me. I need to go west. Okay, good. Whew, made it out. Take a boat back to civilized lands. Unfortunately, it is dark. Lucky, relatively lucky. Okay. Give those to Viridian here. All right. All right, so that's that split. Now time to go to the keep again after we train. Not getting a lot of hit points. Okay, now we add our good friend Bags to the party. And actually, I'm going to trade that to him. So. I only needed to do one. Oh well. Well, I can take one for selling, actually, so it's not all that bad. Alright, now that's all the multiplication I need to do for this round. Alright. Now it's time to go to Sokal Keep. Nearly got to the place without getting an encounter. Okay, we go first. That is what we want. Splits are going to be messed up since I again, have not properly adjusted for my route change. I used to level up after the slums and try and get enough bonus experience to level up enough so that I could go in and use and defeat the well on my way into the final area to get the experience there. Turned out not to save that much time, though. It was risky and not really worth it. So I just do the well. It allowed me to skip the well later on, but doesn't actually save time in the long run because the well is so much easier after you get your fireballs. Okay, now we're going to go and loot the armory so that we can pick up one more +2 weapon and a +1 weapon for our last fighter. And the shield for Crimson, which also helps out. So Viridian gets the mace and Cyan gets the longsword. Alright, you've got longsword bracers, you've got your +3 mace shield. Okay. And because of this, I don't need the chainmail since I multiplied out the bracers, which I normally don't do. Yep. I use dust before I fight him when I remember, so as long as I get to move away from him first, he won't be able to attack me. Sell one of these bracers. Okay, that's that. Okay, go ahead and pick up his quest now. Else we can't do it. Alright, we have plenty of money, that's good. Quite a bit. Okay, we can't train... Yeah, we can't actually train as mages yet. Alright, now it's time to go to the district. Yeah, I know what you meant. It's okay. Alright, they are done. That's the district left. No encounters at all, which means we get an encounter here. We have to fight, but that's okay. Doesn't take long. Oh good, one-shot mace, that's very nice. Come on. On my last two party members. Okay, now... Still trying to figure out if I really want to multiply out the wand like I have before. I figure might as well. Okay, that's the temple. Now, the very annoying thieves. This is one of the worst parts in the game. It's very much fastest to do it here, though. These. Well, only two at least. Good. I need to take out at least one of these thieves while they're trying to hit me. There. Now this will go quickly. If they run away, things get slow. Now, unfortunately, these thieves surprise us, so they all get to go first, which wastes a lot of time, but nothing we can do about it. It also puts them out of position to be hit by the fireballs super easily. Alright, at this point we'll just finish them off. Excellent. Okay, now that should be it. Rest up a few days. Okay, and we're not attacked in our sleep, so that means that if you don't kill at least one of those thieves, it never seems to work. Okay. Steve, take the book back. Oh, it's nighttime, which is unfortunate, but whatever. 100. Okay, I think I have all these money I need now, which is good. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, that's that. Alright, now next is going to be the graveyard. You two learn Knock, you learn Stinking Cloud. Oh, I don't have quite enough experience as fighters, huh? That's fine, though, actually. That means that that's one of the things that's going to allow us to not have that bad of a graveyard. Okay, one of the things I need to do here is actually remove all my stuff. This will make me seem less powerful, so the graveyard loads based on when you come in. So by doing this... Oh, I messed up, though. I forgot to multiply out my Dust of Disappearance first. Unfortunate time loss, but not a super big deal. Okay, add bags to the party, because I need, definitely need that dust. That to him now. Alright, now we're ready to go. I will transfer that out later. Alright, now I can put my weapons and armor back on. Use a Dust of Disappearance. Managed to sneak up on some skeletons, which allows us to flee. Otherwise, if we don't do that, and that's very unfortunate that I forgot to do that. So now see that how small this group of zombies is, because of my low level, and... Sorry, Blue, you got in the way. Hopefully it's not very big. Okay, well... I was gonna have them quit, and... so Blue can get out of the way. If you wait and go up levels, these groups will be about twice the size or bigger, even if you take off your equipment. It makes a pretty darn big difference, really. And if I get an encounter up here, I'll be fighting mummies. And that's very bad because the mummies can paralyze my characters just at the beginning of the fight, and then I won't be able to move out of the way, and the enemies will one-shot me. This is something that I've dealt with while playing around recently, trying to get this up. Oh. There we go. Away from the Spectre so we don't get level drained. One of the other reasons that it's nice to go early, though, as Rich B pointed out, is that the levels are easier to get back if you lose them this early, so... Alright, now we just have the vampire. Now, hopefully we get to go before he does. Alright. And you, this is why I kept this other wand, because it works really well against the vampire here. Only a very low roll, and he resisted it, I'm sure, but combined with that is not bad. Okay, I need to take that off now, though, because if I start going into auto-combat... Okay, now we kill this vampire a second time. Alright, that's the graveyard cleared. Now we can leave. We won't get into any more encounters here. The boat back. I should have leveled before coming into here, actually. Whoops. Where is my go back, actually? Undo split as ifs. I never remember what all my things are. Alright, now we're going to run into town and do the other little things. You can learn Strength, that's fine. You can learn Stinking Cloud. I should have leveled fighters first, but oh well. Alright. I love these auto-locking doors. Yeah, kind of doesn't matter. This is fine. Don't even need to deal with these guys. There's stuff. Normally, you're supposed to do these well before the mansion or the any of these other things that I've done. All right, going to go ahead and use a dust here. Get shot. Didn't get shot. All right. I think that's good enough. Okay, money we don't need. Because, yeah, I still have enough for 3 levels up, which is exactly what I'm going to be getting. Alright, now I need to go south, though. We're surprised by gnolls, which is just funny. A bit of a time loss, but not a big deal, since I can easily blow them up. Four saved. Pretty much the last 4. Again. Very bad encounter luck. Yeah, my thing didn't correct properly. I thought that I had using... OBS is saying that it will let me adjust my stream stuff, but it didn't, so I had to do it afterwards outside. Sorry about that. Okay, now... First thing we need to do is battle the Basilisk. Want to do guaranteed damage, take care of it quickly. Should be doing that tomorrow morning. I really hope that I will get around to it. Okay, I want this cloak. That's the only thing I really care about here. Alright, now I need to find a total of roughly 8 books, maybe. Sometimes they don't always have them for whatever reason. There should be 3 in this room. And then I believe 5 in this room. Some of them aren't really necessary, but it's hard to know which ones they are. Okay, there we go. Alright, sleep well. Okay, that's that. Let's go ahead and rest for a few days to get our hip back. Go ahead and use dust again. That's why I have so much of it, so just in case. Alright. Take the box unopened because I really don't care about what's inside. It doesn't do that much for me. Avoided by some kobolds is good. Or in here. Okay. Alright, now it's time for the next section. Once we have leveled up. We can't quite be level 5 mages, which doesn't really matter yet. Let's see, how short are we? Yeah, 1,000 experience or so. We should be able to be level 5 fighters. Boom. Okay. Wilderness encounters are usually not bad. Especially since you can talk your way around any humanoid encounters. But if I get attacked by sturges or other such wilderness things, I'm going to want to reload because those fights are long and annoying. Okay, successfully navigated the maze, successfully translated the runes. You really mean knock knock. We move away quickly. Don't bother destroying the equipment, if that's polluting the river. It will take care of itself for no good reason. We let these Lizardmen out. This will help us easily complete the next quest. Go ahead and use our dust for safety. And once again, fireballs will deal with these guys swiftly enough. Getting a bit low on the fireballs. This should be the last fireball necessary here. And we leave without getting any treasure because we have plenty of... And even though we didn't destroy the equipment, the river miraculously goes back to normal, so we've completed that quest. Now it's time to deal with the nomads, and that's leave the pyramid, parlay to the merchants, which is fine, enter the nomad camp, coming in during day makes it go a little bit easier. Otherwise, you have to go through more text and do more resting and stuff. And the nomads say, no, we aren't busy fighting you, we're busy fighting the kobolds. Do you want to help us? And we say no, and they're like, that's too bad, and then they let us leave. And that's the, surprise a group of wyverns is good. I do not want to fight a group of wyverns, definitely. Okay, this is the reason why I put all my stuff on one character, because this is an anti-magic place. And I only get one character in this battle. So I want my one character to be powerful enough to take out the Lizardman champion without any difficulty. And that's the Lizardman done. Now the kobolds are going to take slightly longer for a couple of reasons. One of which is the fact that they're outdoors in this group. Fireballs do not have as big of a AoE outdoors, among other reasons for this, but got pretty lucky with the placement there. Is this going to actually go far enough? Not quite, but it'll get a little bit more group. Okay, I think we can auto-combat from here. And they all surrendered. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, we take the large entrance, because that's where the wyvern is. We'll use some dust so that the wyvern can't get us. We don't want to even risk fighting the wyvern because the wyvern can poison us, which will be an instant kill, and we'd rather not worry about that. Okay, wake the goblin, tell it yes. He takes us to the throne room very quickly and past all the traps, although we'll have to deal with the traps on the way out, unfortunately. Okay. This is a rather annoying fight, but luckily fireballs will burn through these guys quickly enough. That'll take care of most of this group of kobolds. Now I just have to deal with the trolls, which unfortunately the best way to deal with the trolls is just to fireball them. And hope that I get good rolls. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. You're not dead yet? Okay. Now we get shot by a bunch of arrows, even though we're invisible. To be fair, the game doesn't account for invisibility in a lot of things, so... Basically a trap tile. They have a lot better accuracy than the kobolds in, whatchamacallit place. Under Kuto's well. I almost never take damage from that, but often take damage from the kobolds firing at this round. Makes this a kind of dangerous place with a couple of different traps and things. Makes it very good to have the dust. Alright, and two more, no actually, it's several more fights left in this. 2 guaranteed after this one, and possibly more depending on if, you can't run from the kobold encounters here, they go quickly enough, but they're annoying. King has escaped, coming in here is the best to fight his final guards. Down to 1 necklace with green. That's a bit unfortunate. I've had to use up that many already. Luckily, some of my other guys have plenty of left, so... Okay. Now we confirm that the king fell in his own spike pit trap and died. Oh, need to go through here. Yeah. A net entangles you, so this is one of the traps they let us through. Unfortunately, even though they let us through the trap once, we gonna have one of the others. More necklaces. Do it. Oh, I used it up, but that's fine. Oh my word, missed 2 of them. Horrible luck. Okay, now hopefully no more encounters until we leave. Alright, exit. Now we follow the river down south. Ooh, surprised a group of phase spiders, that's good. Take our boat here, back. Okay, and now we get to be... We have to go in there or else we can't go into the Sokal Keep place. I've forgotten that before. 5th level magic user. Fireball. Fireball. Haste. Haste. And I don't think I'm high enough level to be a level 6 fighter, though. I always try anyway. Foolishly. Okay. Alright, where am I going next? Yeah, the last few places. Buccaneer. West. Okay, we enter the Buccaneer place. Use some dust. Release the animals. Whoops. That's actually not done yet. I thought I'd forgotten for a second. Oh yeah. I got lost because of that. Boom. Break in. Get the kid. We're going to keep the kid with us for a while. Oh. Yay! Made it out without any more fights. Okay, camp, rest, 13 hours. Use our dust. Relax. Magic mentioned Pool of Radiance, then we can say nothing and he'll let us go. We will sleep with a watch. We get attacked in the middle of the night, but that's okay because I was gonna hack these guys down. There's only a few of them. These guys there's more of, so let's go ahead and use some necklaces. Not a very good one. Let's try again. Stick to that for now. You're down to one as well? Well. We're almost done, though. Note, I'd like to note that we still have the kid with us. We haven't taken him back yet, so... Ooh, we got lucky here. Oh, wow. Totally no fights there. That was super duper lucky as well. Okay. Now there's Podal Plaza. We are not going to take the boat, though, because we can... enter in here. We have to disguise the party as monsters. Stand and listen, wait for the winner. This guarantees that our disguise doesn't get penetrated, and that is that. Alright, and now we need to wait around until morning, because I don't think they let us through in the middle of the night. Pay up. Hopefully the game will not glitch, because sometimes it will, and the alarm goes on pretty much permanently after you. Whoops, that was actually bad placement. Oh well. Yeah, he's gonna get away, not that it matters. Nope, monsters are charging towards us from the far side of the tower, and I also forgot to use Dust of Disappearance, which is kind of bad. So I'm going to need to leave the area, which is small time loss. I'm not sure why this happens, but it's happened to me a couple of times where the alarm just doesn't go off no matter how long you wait. Normally, once you rest for like a day, it's supposed to turn off and then you're safe again, but... Got a couple of good fireballs there, so... That's an easy fight. Alarm is sounding. Okay, now... the alarm is still ringing, you may note it says every once in a while, so... But we leave the area and come back and it's no longer ringing. Oh, we already memorized, so... when the alarm is ringing, snakes are also released into the... we can avoid most of the fights, but snakes are released into the maze, which can waste a lot of time, so we definitely need to turn off the alarm by leaving the area. Now, as long as I don't fight anybody else, the alarm won't come on. Alright. Final battle. Not totally reliable, but I use them, so I might as well keep them. You guys don't matter. Okay, going to go ahead and cast one of our hastes here. I did use a dust, right? Alright, let's cast our first Stinking Cloud. We got some choking and gagging already. Only one, though. That's unfortunate. Ah, chokes and gags already. Nice. Chokes and gags, good. Okay, take you out. Let's take the ones in the back out. Getting a lot of choking, that's good. Choking. That's just about everybody now. Okay. They should be surrendering now quickly, too. Alright. Alright, only one person was even weakened by fear. That's convenient. No, not that one. We want this one. And again, this is a little bit safer. Now, with fighters, they have a basically even chance of deciding to run forward and start attacking. When I auto-combat them. Faster to auto-combat, but... oh, I forgot to recast my haste spell too, which can help with the actual combat. But oh well, I'm wanding them instead, so... voila! Alright, that was a really good run. Really, really good run. I am quite amazed. Come on, Tyranthraxus. Go through the pool. There we go. Alright. We're in Phlan. And now we have to turn in all these quests. Whoops. And that's it. 54:56. Not bad. 6 minutes more than my thing there. I thought that I would be losing the time again, but I ended up making up quite a bit of it. Thank you, Zenpai. That was a really good run. World record is 41 minutes right now, so that's still quite awesome. Really good RNG luck for the most part on his run. He notes he runs the ball offline, but that was a really good run. Very happy to have that. And I'll be running this quite a bit more in the future, as I say, since I'm going to be playing it for RPG Limit Break. And it is something that if I'm not practicing any percent on the side, I could probably do 2 runs of this in a night or morning when I'm streaming, maybe more than that if I really get into it. But that was an overall pretty productive evening. Any percent was okay, which is all I really care about. I'm not that big on by any percent run or record. I'm just running it to get ready to the marathon it was accepted to on Saturday. It's going to be on the Decent Speedies website, twitch.tv/DecentSpeedies. It's a whole lot of different speedruns, and the main draw of it is for runners who don't have to be the very best. They want people who are, you know, of any skill. It really doesn't matter, but who really want to run a marathon, and hopefully to give a lot of those who haven't had the opportunity to run in marathons before some experience. I submitted to it because it was advertised early on when nobody was running anything, so I went ahead and submitted all my stuff, and they accepted this 18-minute run or whatever. So there's that, but quite nicely happy with that run. That's going to be it for me tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to get on and do some Soul Calibur emulator file grinding purpose. And then Saturday, of course, will be that. So that's it for me tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see all of you later.